You know, can I get it? Everybody can't come up here.
Everybody can't come up here.
God, dog, right? That's funny. Right there.
Man, and you know, golly, you know, that saying right there, it's crazy because I can't go nowhere in Houston without somebody saying that.
Yeah.
Taylor Beats.
What's good? It's your boy Taylor Beats. Taylor Beats Podcast. Consistency is the key. Right now I got a special guest. This is a brother, a friend of mine, a homie from way back.
Yes.
The homie Prez D. What's good, brother?
What's good, man? Happy to be here, man. I like the setup. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. You know how we entrepreneurs got to do.
Yeah, we just, you know, we got to stay working, being consistent.
Yes, sir, man. Consistency is the key.
That's the key, man.
That's what we tell them, man, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to get straight to it, man. Where you from?
Man, born and raised Amarillo, Texas. You know, as a teenager, I was back and forth to Houston and ended up moving to Houston and spent most of my adult years out here. You know, this is home now. Went to school in East Texas, 3 different colleges. One of them being SFA, which is in Nacogdoches. One being Wiley, which is in Marshall, and Paris Junior College in Paris, Texas.
Okay. Shout out to the JUCOs out there.
All the JUCOs, and shout out Trill Talk, No Pill Talk, my partner out of East Texas. We doing some big
Trill Talk.
Yeah.
Let's go viral.
That boy, yeah, he's responsible for making a lot of videos go viral. Damn, he is.
So tell me about like your upbringing. Like, you know, what was that like?
Man, you know, me and you met playing sports. So, you know, sports, basketball pretty much was my main thing. I always loved music though. But basketball was the culture in my household was, you know, just hooping. But I found time to discover that music, and that's what kind of got my heart, the music.
So music has always been a part.
It's always been a part of it. You know, I always looked up to the E40s and Master P's, the entrepreneurs of the music. I necessarily didn't want to, and you know this story, I really didn't. I wanted to rap, but I wanted to be more of a business person.
Right, exactly.
You know, but you know, hey, it all worked out. You know what I'm saying?
So I don't think, cause you being modest, bro.
Yeah.
You being real modest right now. I'm gonna try to get you out of that.
Yeah, man.
I don't think people understand like the dedication to basketball. Like we talk about the music, but let's talk about the sports aspect, like basketball, how crucial that was.
Man.
I don't think people understand like how good you were and how much basketball you played.
Yeah, you know, I was, you know, especially like in high school, I was always ranked, you know, number 9th in the state, probably the highest ranking point guard of my era in the state of Texas. But yeah, it was I was pretty good.
So who'd you emulate your game? If someone who's somebody that they say, all right, this is kind of who I play like. This is how I ran it. This is what I was like.
I'm gonna say a mix between Kenny Anderson and Anthony Hardaway.
Right.
You know what
I
I'm
can see
saying?
both of those.
I'm gonna say them too, because that's who I studied. I studied their game. Like Kenny that's one of my favorite basketball players.
Right.
And it's crazy, his daughter just went viral on my show. She's rapping.
How things go. And she's fire too, though.
Yeah.
Like she's definitely dope.
She got us in the Source magazine. Shout out Jazz Anderson.
Yeah, shout out.
That was
Jazz.
big, man. Big for the company.
Yeah, so basketball's always been a part of your life. If people don't know, Prez and I, we played AAU together. We never lost.
Never
I try
lost.
to tell people that they don't really
Never
understand.
lost.
The time that I played with you guys, the few years, we never lost.
Never lost. Went
Travel
all
all
around
over.
the country, never lost.
Never lost. So I'm just like, hey man, it is what it is. But off that, I just wanted just to throw that in there.
Yeah. No, that's a big
Because people
part.
act like they don't know. So
Yeah.
And this is before like all the footage and Instagram.
Yeah,
and
hey man, I ain't gonna lie. I was at my mama's house and I got some VHS clips, but I'm trying to figure. I want to convert them to DVD or convert them digitally so I can start, posting some of that footage.
Right.
I got to get my hands on some of that high school.
we gotta let people
school
know. Man.
footage. I got to get my hands on some of that. Wasn't no cell phones back then. Man.
No. Oh no.
Damn.
No. And it was like the access is so much easier.
Yeah,
they're more
different.
accessible now.
Yeah, it's a
than it
whole
was.
lot more accessible, man.
So shout out to your brother, man.
yeah.
Frank White, Junior.
Yep.
Frank White, what's going down, man?
What's good? Much love, man. My brother.
The homie was shooting from half court back then. Like, all of us are so modest, I don't think people really know all of this. But anyway, your dad was the coach.
Yeah, it was the coach.
AAU.
AAU.
He was like LeVar Ball. Like,
before LeVar Ball.
minus all the extra stuff.
Yeah,
no
minus all the extra, yeah.
No disrespect.
No disrespect.
He got his kids in the league. He did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
But as far as like your dad, like, hey man, he's that dude.
Yeah, he was that dude. We had the backyard, the basketball goal in the backyard. The whole neighborhood used to come play basketball. It was our court in the backyard was it was like everybody came through. Everybody in the neighborhood came through. It was infamous. That basketball court was infamous.
Now, is this on Mimosa Block?
Mimosa Block, Hamlet, Texas.
Hamlet, Texas, man. So this is on Mimosa Block. Everybody out there hooping.
Everybody hooping.
So y'all was the family with the basketball goal.
We had the basketball goal in the backyard.
Yeah.
Everybody. I'm talking about. I was a kid. It'd be cats. I might have been like maybe in the 3rd, 4th grade. It was high school kids coming just to hoop in the backyard.
So you always played up then.
Always played up. I always hung out with people older than me. That's when you got a big brother. You pretty much you grow up kind of fast.
Okay, yeah.
So I guess because you're trying to keep up. You know what I'm saying? That's why
you was a leader then amongst us, right? Because you're like, yo, I've already, you got a bigger brother and a dad.
Yeah,
like,
you trying to keep up with them, so it's like you gotta move fast. So, yeah, that was a big influence. Yeah.
So tell me about the transition, because I think it's important for people to understand that you made this transition to music while getting offered scholarships and this, that, and the third. What was it, and how was that transition going from sports to music?
Man, it's crazy because I was always making little tapes. My brother had a car and I used to make tapes for him to ride around in his car. When he turned 16, I was like 12, you know what I'm saying? And I make tapes for him to ride around in his car with. And it's crazy because I always did music, but basketball was the main focus. I think in college, when I had the red shirt my freshman year, I'm gonna take it back. No, high school, because we put something out in high school.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
we put some stuff out in high school.
Right.
So it was always, it was always around.
Like, we were in the studio. I was 16, about to be 17.
Yeah.
Right, and I was our first time in the studio. I lied and was like, "No, I've been in the studio before." I was like, he was like, "You have?" I was like, "Yeah." Lying like a
man.
That was And audio refinery.
Audio refinery. You know, that was the big was it the Reel to Reels?
Yeah, Carlos. Shout out to Carlos.
Yeah, shout out Carlos. I wonder if ain't no telling where he at.
He still got a studio. He got the old studio, Route 66.
Oh,
he got that one. He got that joint. Yeah.
That's dope. I'm gonna have to check him out.
Yeah. So Lil Prince be up there all the time.
Oh yeah. Shout out Lil Prince.
Was that
man.
a homie?
Man, it's a lot of history though, man. It's just, you know, but I think in high school we was taking it a little serious. College we start taking it more serious. You know, you had more time on your hands. And to me, the entrepreneur part of it, you know, and you know how we used to do like post up and sell CDs. It was a lot of money. And you know, being a young kid like that in college, you needed a hustle.
Right.
You needed a hustle.
For sure.
And I don't think people realize how much money was made with these CDs and being out the trunk.
Right. I'm gonna just say it. 'Cause I know he's not gonna say it. I actually seen Prez make $1,000 in one day.
In one day.
No BS. I put that on me.
That's when we used to do. Like we used to, you know, go out of town. This is something that it's crazy because this was real live trapping. Like boys talking about trapping with the music, real live trapping. We would go out of town, get a Motel 6, and go to the neighborhood and sell CDs all day.
Right.
And come back with a bag.
It was crazy because like people wanted physical copies. They wanted like something that was physical. They wanted to like remember you. And it seems like in today's day, it's just not, that element's not there.
It's not there. It's crazy. It was a whole economy. I don't think people realize how much the digital age changed the music industry, because we just looking at it from a rapper's point of view. Most people looking at it from an artist's point of view. They not looking at the retail stores. You know, you had all these stores, mom and pop stores, making money off of these CDs. That's all they sold. That whole industry is wiped out.
Let's see, it was what? Selecto Hits.
Selecto Hits.
What was the one here?
Southwest Wholesale.
Southwest Wholesale.
And they still around, you know, they got Southwest Digital.
Yeah, right.
Southwest Digital, and you got Randy and them at So South. They kind of like split.
So let's go back for a second real quick. Let's talk about, because I know we kind of brushed through going through high school and recording and stuff like that. Let's just talk about our senior year, right before I'm getting ready to go to college to play football, you getting ready to go to college to play basketball. We recorded an album over the weekend. In Lubbock, Texas. I had to drive back and forth those 2-3 days.
Yeah.
Each day.
That was crazy.
I've never asked you this, bro. What was that experience like for you? I can tell you what it was for me, but I want to know what it was like for you, bro.
It was crazy. It was a beautiful thing, you know, like just really pursuing your dreams and being able to do that, because at that time it was no music scene. Let me take that back. We had a few rappers that was from Amarillo. Shout out to those, you know, Mass Confusion. You had Coop out of Lubbock.
Right. Shout out Mr. Coop for sure.
You had Skeet Loke. You had some people doing music, but we were so determined, and we were the youngest out of, you know, we was the youngest out of all of them. We was determined to come with a finished product, actual CD, pressed up. That was, I think in life, I know one thing about me, I'm happy when I'm creating. If I'm not creating, I'm not happy. I gotta be creating something. So when I'm creating, I'm happy. So taking those trips was, you know, them was some of the greatest times of my life, going back and forth to Lubbock recording. That was, woo.
Right.
Yeah.
That was a cool time, bro. I think for me, bro, it was like, that was when we personally like bonded, because because I was like, yo, this dude, we was just like in the studio. We really didn't know what we were doing.
We didn't know, but
we was coming out with some heat though.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Man, it was, when me and you had a partnership, when two people put their minds together like that, and you got one goal with one business, you're trying to take that business to the next level. It just, it works. You know what I'm saying? It works. You know what I'm saying? And we did our thing.
Did our thing for sure. Still doing it, as you can see.
Still doing it.
Still doing it.
Still doing business.
Still here, man.
Yeah.
For sure. So now that we're caught up, I wanted to make sure people knew.
Yeah, they know the history.
You've been doing this music for a long time. We both been doing it. We started together.
Right.
My first time in the studio was your first time in the studio.
Yeah, it was my first time.
Together.
It was in the studio.
It was no together, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta say this. I want you to talk about Flawless Records.
Flawless Records. Man.
I want you to talk about that and let people know about that, and the legal, if you want to, you can go into it.
Yeah, man. It was, it's crazy, man. And I think we was like 16 at that time, 15, 16.
Yeah, for sure.
And, we wanted to get a DBA. It was crazy. People thought we was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
My mom and dad was like, you want a DBA?
Right.
That was crazy. But, we went and got it, and we had the Flawless shirts. It was crazy. It was crazy, man. Like, damn.
It was sick. I loved it.
Yeah, man.
It was like what? It was like 11 of us in the group.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Larry Diller.
Yeah,
I can't
Larry
get the name.
Diller.
Larry Diller. John Beck. It was a bunch. Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin. It was a lot of us.
It was a lot of us, bro. It was like at least 10, 11.
It was about 10, 11 of us.
I remember I was the youngest one.
Yeah,
I was like the youngest one in the group. And everybody else kind of fizzled out.
Yeah, they kind of fizzled out. We took it serious, no knock to nobody else, but we really was taking that shit serious.
Right.
And really wanted to come out with some shit.
Because talking about entrepreneurship, it started off with you and your brother being the head of it. I'm a producer, artist.
Right.
And we were gonna shop me to So Def.
Damn, we sure was.
You weren't even gonna. You always loved the music, but you weren't trying.
Yeah, I wasn't trying. I'm thinking I'm going to the league. This music shit cool. I love it, but I'm trying to go to the league.
You was on your business though.
Yeah.
You was definitely on your business.
Man, that's a beautiful thing.
And speaking of on your business, I just want to. Well, hold on. Wait. Let's go a little deeper with the Flawless record.
Okay.
So I'm sitting up there in high school, I'm going through rap pages, and then I see an album cover, and this guy is like throwing poker chips.
Yeah.
And on the thing, he got all your favorite artists, and I'm like, wow, he got all these people featured, and it says Flawless Records.
Wow.
And we're seniors in high school.
We seniors in high school.
What happened with that?
We make that phone call to California and like, hey, we got the paperwork. We own this name. You got to come off of it.
Right.
Standing on business.
On business.
Standing on business in high school.
17,
standing
18,
on business.
Standing on business. Now, how in the heck did you know how to get a DBA and all this?
Man, really just researching. I was so amazed. You know what really amazed me when I used to buy those E40 CDs and Masterpiece CDs, seeing that tank on the back of that album cover, seeing that sick-witted hog. How do you do that? That's what I was always on. How do you do that? That was real inspiring. So, researching that, how do you I don't know, you get a DBA and then you get this, you get that. But that's what had the wheels turning in my head, was seeing that tank on the back of the album cover and seeing that thick-witted hog, the legend E40.
E40, one of my favorites. Ooh.
Yes, sir. Man.
So, I don't think people know this, but 18, we're like, all right, we're gonna do this music. We're gonna make an album. We're gonna make some music. It's like, okay, where's the money gonna come from?
Ooh.
Right? And then I'm thinking like, wow. And then he's like, don't worry about it. We good.
Mm-hmm.
If you could talk about it if you want to. You don't have to if you don't want to. But you were in a movie?
Movie. Damn. Yeah. I was in a movie, an Italian movie called Ocho Pinocchio. I still ain't seen it.
Okay.
I was in a movie. They paid me $500 a day. And, you know, I'm a teenager. That's some good money.
Right. Exactly.
$500 a day?
Hell yeah.
And I shot that joint for like, it was maybe like 2 weeks. They want to shoot more, but I want to go back to school. I got tired. I was like, I want to go back to school.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, I'm ready to go back
like,
to school.
I want to be a kid, man. I don't want to.
Yeah,
I just
it
want to
was
be
just
a kid.
too much. But the money was good. You know, that helped. You know, of course, you know, when we turn 18, you know, as soon as you go to college, you get the credit cards. You can max them out.
Right.
They was giving everybody credit cards. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Max that out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just trying to make it happen.
Yeah.
Trying to make it happen.
That's what's up, bro. Like, it's crazy. I'll say this and then we'll move forward. But I was thinking the other day, I was like, yo, bro, that was like way before even the internet was really popping.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell was you getting producers and beats from the internet?
Man,
Like, that's
Yeah.
crazy to me. People be like, oh man, you riding. No, I got the utmost respect for this brother. We're brothers. And I know a lot of stuff that don't really get talked about sometimes. And I'm just like, yo. But then I'm like, damn, how did that happen? Like,
Man, you know, back then, like, you know, having a beat was a big deal. You couldn't just get no beat. It wasn't, you know, back then. First of all, you had to have the equipment. Then you had to have somebody to know how to make a beat.
right.
So I came across a website that was selling beats back then. You know what I'm saying? I think them hoes was like $150 a beat.
Yeah, I remember you saying.
So, you know,
yeah, it's crazy.
I've always admired your ear for music. So I would run the beats by you. Hey, which one should we get? Should we get this one? We need to get this one. Because I knew you had more of a musical ear than me. You know how stuff was supposed to sound. So I'll run them beats by you. Hey, you think we need to get this? And that was the process, you know.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, that was the
was a
process.
fun time. That was really fun.
Man, it was so fun. I ain't gonna lie. Out of all of that, probably the best moment or something that was just surreal was us getting played on the radio in high school, and they playing it on the radio, and you go to school and they're like, man, I heard you on the radio. Like, that was,
Wow.
hey, that feeling right there, that's an unexplainable feeling.
Nah, real boy.
People think they don't need radio. Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you. Being on the radio is a feeling. It's a different kind of feeling.
Yeah, I would always hear people talking. Well, this is what I was doing when I was on my job and I was mopping the floor and my song came on and I said, all right, I'm out, I quit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I always heard those stories and was like, dang, that's crazy. But now I'm like, it does feel good.
It feels
when you hear
great
like,
when you
bro,
hear
this
yourself on the radio.
That's me. Like,
Yeah, that radio
crazy.
is different. I know a lot of people, they you know, artists nowadays kind of take it lightly or whatever, but no, that radio was a big deal. It's still a big deal.
Oh yeah.
I don't give a damn. That radio is still a big deal.
Oh yeah. People act like it's not a big deal because they're not on it.
Cause it's people, exactly. It's people that got songs out right now, and I know that song. I don't know who the hell they are, but I know that record. And I might not even like the record, but that record is in my head because of the radio.
Yeah, I mean, and so far, I mean, it's not going anywhere. I mean,
No, it ain't going.
that's what it is,
No,
man.
it ain't going on. And I think that's what separated us, you know, coming up, was we always was business minded, and we knew that this was a music industry. You know, it's a business.
Right.
Just like the radio station, those are commercials being played. You know, everything is marketing, and you get out what you put in.
I mean, what I like about us is that we put a lot of, we would always talk about the business part of it, the entrepreneurship, I mean, you work for yourself. I work for myself to this day. I mean, that's what we've always been about, you know?
Yeah.
And that's cool. That's cool. I'm glad that we're still at it, bro. Like we still doing our thing. And that's cool, man. So I want to move along and ask you about coming to Houston.
Man. You know, when my brother went to college down here, I always wanted to live out here, you know, because of the rich music history, you know. Being from Texas, it's like, you know, we've always looked at it like being from, let's say you was from Sacramento in California, you want to go to LA, you know what I'm saying? So us being from Texas, you want to go to the biggest city in Texas.
Damn right.
And that's Houston, you know. Every legend, I ain't gonna say every legend, but most legends from Texas, they might be from another town, but they moved to Houston to lay their blueprint down and put them footprints in this Houston soil. So
right.
I always knew I had to end up out here, you know.
Right.
And shit, now it's home, you know. We've definitely influenced the culture out here.
Oh man, that is an understanding, but a blessing, right? Because it's like all of that we were speaking on earlier, all that came into fruition, and it's like it wasn't wasted. Like it was really like, all right, look, this is really what we own.
Yeah,
you know, all the times we would sit watching Mac Dre.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
watching just the whole movement of everybody that was making their thing on the West Coast, specifically the Bay, and the No Limit, the Rap A Lot. I mean, all of those movements we seen, and we were just like, all right, this is what we want to do.
We want to do that.
You know what I mean? And to this day, we still have independent. I still have independent music. You got independent music and platforms, and I'm just like, yo, this is what's up, man.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. You know, sometimes it can get discouraging and get hard, but you know, you just gotta keep pushing. Keep pushing. That's what I've learned. You know. Even with, and not to skip ahead, but even with this rap economics, I've learned that sometimes you gotta show people in order for them to believe in you. You have to go ahead and do it. And you know, that's the motto I've been going with. Do it. We just did this female cypher and I'm excited about that.
Rap economics,
man.
So I don't I don't think there's a time. See, people don't understand the Prez that was in the Range Rover.
Man, I missed that Range Rover.
That had the house on the south side.
I missed that. Man.
Had the Denali and the Range Rover.
Man.
Was working on a bunch of things.
Can
you tell me about that era?
Man, that era, you know, I was into the real estate and just really on another side of the business. Like really doing real business. Banking, you know, I worked at the bank for 10 years. I was doing loans, like I was really on some business. And I learned a lot in that era. I learned a lot in that little, I'm gonna say 5-year run. And that's what prompted me into getting, me and my brother getting a record store in King's Flea Market. Because with me owning real estate in South Park, I became aware of what was taking place. And you know, back then, Kings was like Big T Bazaar.
Oh, absolutely.
It was the epicenter of the culture.
Absolutely.
It was the epicenter of the culture.
Absolutely, for sure.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man, for sure.
Yeah, we did that. You know, we kind of got the tail end of the CD, DVD era. Made a little money off that. Ran into some people that I still do business with today. Seen a lot of stars come up. And people that before they were stars, been to the record store, you know, a lot, seen a lot.
Right. So I think that part was important because that sets up. So you go from that and you go into banking. Right.
I was actually with the banking and the record store. I was doing that at the same time.
Right.
I was doing that at the same time because the bank I worked at was not even a mile away from King's Flea Market.
Like literally around the corner.
Yeah, right around the corner. The bank I worked at was right around the corner. So I had my little homie running the store, and I'd be back and forth from work, you know what I'm saying, doing that in the bank, you know.
So you had a 9 to 5 and you was running
a
business in the legendary King's Market. And so while you're doing this, you run into Charleston, or how does that work?
How does that
work with Charleston and
he
you meet him?
He had an account. I was his banker, and he had the vending machines. Was he doing exotic cars? He had the vending machines first. And every time he would come do a transaction with me, we'll talk about he had vending machines like custom made. And I'd be like, damn, that's kind of interesting. You know what I'm saying? So we just grew from there. And then he came with the exotic pop. He was selling different kind of sodas. So I think I bumped into him at the store because, you know, he already knew me from the bank. So, and we just built from there, you know, start doing the exotic pop thing. Something else that, you know, really shifted the culture, still shifting the culture, really.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was a hell of a, But,
so you're dealing with exotic pop, and then you're like, all right, I'm getting so involved that I'm getting out of the banking.
Yeah, I ended up just getting out of the banking. Yeah, well, let me rewind that. I got out of the banking. I didn't run back into Charleston until I started Economic Hats. I had the hat line. I had the hat line. I had the merch going crazy in the street.
Crazy.
I had the merch going crazy in the street.
Crazy.
So I got on that. I got on the economics. You know, we doing all kind of stuff, and it was straight hats. So I was doing that, and I wasn't working at the bank then. I was only doing that at the office in the Bachachos on 610. At the office over there.
I remember that. Yeah.
I was just running it up with that. And then me and him bumped into each other while I was doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then we went from there. And he was, you know, just now getting everything going with the exotic pop. So
do you think, looking back, do you think he seen your hustle and was like, I gotta have this dude on my team? Like,
yeah, you know, one thing about me, I can make you a believer, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's something that I want to be a part of, I can show you, hey, this is my value. I'm able to do this. Oh, you need to link with them. Oh, okay, I'll make a phone call. You know, just different things like that.
Okay.
Different things like that.
And then it just turns into just this big snowball effect.
Yeah.
Just celebrity, everybody's connected to it. Everybody wants to be.
It shifted the culture.
They want to have that cup.
They want to have a cup.
They want to have that cup, man. Shout out to Charleston. Shout out to Exotic Pop.
Shout out to the whole team.
The whole team is going down.
And you know, even with that, like, with me living in so many parts of Texas, as far as the distribution, I'm the guy because I got people in Dallas. I got people in Marshall. I got people here. I got people in Louisiana. You know, from the music industry, I was already distributing CDs and had those connections to retail I know how the retail game works. I know about distributors. With the soda game, it's the same thing. I'm dealing with distributors, I'm dealing with stores. So that part of it, I was already a master at. You know what I'm saying? So that really helped us with Exotic Pop. Me knowing what stores and what neighborhoods to put the sodas in, connecting with different people in these different neighborhoods. It might be a cat in Fort Worth, stop 6. I know these people, you know what I'm saying? Right. I know these, just from the music dealings and going to school and all these different places and us hustling the CDs.
Right.
We really was, shout out CMO, we really was road running as teenagers.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir, absolutely.
Going to we would go to different neighborhoods and post up and make money.
Right. I mean, for real.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Like, okay, counting the money.
We was outside,
Yeah.
We was outside. Before niggas was saying they was outside, we was outside.
That's the only way you was gonna get it.
That's the only way you was gonna get it. And I'm not saying that we own some super, no gangster shit, but as far as this hustling go, like you gotta respect the hustle because we gonna post up and we gonna get money.
Still to this day.
We gonna get money and we ain't let nothing stop it.
To this day.
We ain't let nothing stop it. So that just been the mentality. It's always been that. Yeah, it's always been that.
There we go. So
that carried on at Exotic Pop.
Yeah, and then it seems like, okay, so it goes from Exotic Pop, everything was popping. To me, I felt like it was ran like a label.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that you broke it down like that, because the way I looked at it, interpreted it, was like it was ran like with the distribution, the warehouse.
Yeah, everything
promotional stuff. I mean, all kinds of things. I look at each bottle as like a album cover.
Yeah,
for the artist. And
exactly.
I was like, yeah, I like this. You know what I mean?
What I learned, I always knew. The independent rap game is so hard to make money in that. If you're able to make money in that, any other industry is easy.
Right.
Any other industry is easy.
I agree with that.
If you came up hustling CDs and selling CDs, you know what I'm saying? If you're able to do that, you can sell anything.
Because what I try to tell people is music is, when you try to sell music, that's one of the hardest things because they don't have an appetite for it.
Right.
You got to literally convince them that I'm the person who you need to take your time out and listen to. And it might not be your cup of tea. So is it a failed effort? I mean, who knows? But it's way harder than podcasting, right? Because people already listen to podcasts. It's free, so people are listening to it, so they can tune in, right? Mm-hmm. It's just different. So I get that. I understand what you're saying.
It's different. Especially, it's a lot of work to come with that. It's a lot of work to come with it. And we was doing everything hands-on, so everything else is easy. Easy breezy, for sure.
Right. The thing I admire about you, bro, is that, like, you'll just start it. You don't wait until it's the perfect anything. You just go and just, all right, let's do it. And then it just happens. Like, how do you have that mindset of just not having fear, just to go ahead and go?
Man, because, and it's just, if you don't do it, it's, I'm a visual person. And like I said, I like creating. So I have to just do it. Because one thing that I realize is nothing's gonna be perfect the first time you do it. You just gotta do it. You just gotta do it. And people will value that, or they will, if you do it, whatever you're doing, I don't care what it is. If you're able to finish that and present that and it's presentable, people gonna respect it. It doesn't always have to be so perfect. Sometimes that can, some people call it procrastination, but a lot of times it can stop you from being successful when you overthink things.
Right. No, that's
You know,
true. Very true.
sometimes you just got to do it.
I mean, that's one of the things that when you're around a person for so long, you kind of, adopt some things that they have. And I think that's one of the things that I've adopted from you for sure, is because me being like a tailor, I'm a barber, so I'm a producer, so everything is very intricate, precise, detailed, punctual. And a lot of times you can get caught up in that. And it's like trying to make it the perfect this and that. Sometimes you just gotta just all right, this is cool. Let's go to the next one. Let's do the next thing and just get better and better as you go.
And I'm gonna tell you, sometimes you gotta have thick skin, because it's been times where I've just done stuff and you just gotta roll with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even running for office, I didn't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't did no speeches and political. I'm having to debate with these people. Hey, I just, that's something I was like, man, I'm finna do it.
Yeah.
When I make my mind up, I want to do something. Hey, I'm just finna do it.
Right.
Man,
exactly.
I ran for city council. You know what I'm saying? How do I get my name on the ballot? That situation right there was similar to the music industry, or me getting into or coming out with a CD, because I had to literally figure out, how do you get your name on a ballot? I had to do the research, get with people that knew how to do that, and actually do it. But I had no type of, you know what I'm saying? I had no experience or nothing dealing with that.
Well, what made you wanna do that?
Man, I want to do something positive. And all of the albums had the political backgrounds or whatnot. I want to do something positive, and I just, like I said, I once I get my mind made up, this is something I want to do, I just pursue it. A lot of times people say, if you're not growing, you're dying. So I always want to push that envelope, and I always want to keep your mind active. I like creating new things, and I like doing that.
Well, the same way you at a young age go get a DBA and just say, man, we just gonna go do it. I don't know how we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's the same approach that you have still to this day. Like, we're gonna just figure it out and make it work.
Yeah, that's it. It's the same thing, with the rap economics. I love Funkmaster Flex, shout out Flex. I love watching him have the guys on their freestyle. Be like, shit, I want to create a platform in Houston. I want to create a platform. We need something, because it's so much talent, not only in Houston, but just in the world.
Right.
And artists, that's a service that artists need. They need to be seen and heard. So that's what prompted, me to want to do that. And jump into this content game, which this is what it is right now.
Right. I mean, we're here. This is what it is.
This is what it is, man.
It is. It's got to be the wave if I'm involved.
Yes.
You know me.
Yeah.
You know me. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna just do the music. I'm gonna do my little hustle, and I'm in it. And I like it. I like to have fun, bro. I still have that same approach of like taking something from nothing. And
taking something from nothing.
You know what I mean? Or making something from nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm just addicted to it, bro.
Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. When the YouTube, when we start seeing them YouTube checks, be like, oh, this shit is a real thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This shit is for real. Okay. It makes you really double down on this shit and just really go hard at it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's real talk, man.
Man, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, both our YouTube channels.
Yes. At Taylor Beats
and Rap Economics.
For sure, man.
Because that shit help pay the bills.
Right. Right. No, for sure. For sure.
That shit help pay the bills.
So I tell you, man, I'm not gonna hold you too long, because I know we're gonna double back.
Yeah,
And definitely
we
come
gotta
out. We got a surprise for him. We're gonna double
yeah,
back.
for sure. We gotta do
But
that
I just
one.
definitely wanted to like just set it up, and I don't think, you know, we boys, bro. I know when I met you like 14 or something like that. Like
shit, maybe, yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Maybe
Like,
younger than that.
yes, that's what I'm. So for me, for real. So for me, it's more like I just want people to know, like that you're not just bobbing your head. And, you know, can I get it? Everybody can't come up here.
Everybody can't come up here.
God, dog, like, that's one nigga right there.
Man, and you know, golly, you know, that saying right there, it's crazy because I can't go nowhere in Houston without somebody saying that.
Yeah.
I can't go nowhere in the city without somebody saying that.
I'm the homie, and that's how I know you. I'm like, how the hell did you come up with that? And it's crazy, bro, because I will say this. I was watching the videos the other day. I was watching like the earlier ones. And I remember one of them you did, it was like, everybody can't come up here.
Yeah, I didn't have that
I was
spunk
like,
to it.
dang, that fool really, it's just a testament of like, you know, you watch a lot of YouTube videos and they say,
Yeah.
just keep going. You're going to get better and better. Now it's everybody can't come in and everybody know you from that. Rainwater, I mean, everybody's saying it.
Shout out to
yeah,
Rainwater, for sure. Boss Talk 101
already,
too.
man. Whole Dallas, DF Dub.
Yeah, but man, that shit crazy because I want to say it was a day. It's a few artists that made me start screaming it. I can't put my finger on which one it was. It was either 33 Trapper, Zay Diddy, or Cal Wayne. One of them three that made me start screaming that shit. Like,
Okay.
because they went so hard.
Oh. Okay.
And now,
Okay.
and quiet as kept, what's finna start happening is we getting offers. Me and, you know, shout out my partner DJ Nightcap.
DJ Nightcap was
My
crack.
business partner. We're gonna start hosting these mixtapes. I'm starting to get artists from New York and Memphis and different places like, man, I want to pay you to talk on my mixtape and say that everybody can't come up here and do all that shit on my mixtape, like the DJ Drama, the Gangsta Grill
dog.
shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, hell yeah, let's put it together.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about, man. And that's how I see, like, that's how I hear it when I'm hearing it. I'm like, yo, that's a drop. That's like a tag.
Yeah.
Like, and it's your thing. Like, it's
thing.
really your thing. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. No matter who said what, who did what,
Right.
that's you.
So all artists
You know what
out
I mean?
there, when you want somebody to host your shit, holla at me. And we gonna turn that bitch up for sure. I'm gonna get on that bitch. We're gonna go to the studio. I'm gonna go on that bitch and talk and go crazy on your mixtape, album, whatever you need. We gonna remix that whole rap economic style.
That's what he do, man. That's exactly what he do. That's the homie. And I know, you know, people, they're gonna listen to this or see this and be like, man, you ride, you coach. Man, it's a thing called respect.
Man,
And just admiring somebody's, you know, they hustle and who they are as a person.
yeah, we brothers, you know.
What I mean?
And shit, we been getting to it, you know. People gonna say what they wanna say, but shit, we still getting to the money.
Facts. I don't think
still
people know
getting
how
to the
close
money.
we are. We just keep it how it is. We don't really
Yeah, we
get into
getting
all
to the
that,
money. And
like,
got more business moves in
It's
the
going
future.
down. It's going down. I just closed on a situation.
Yeah.
You know, bigger things. Thank God it's going down. And man, I'm just saying, bro, for sure, man, I'm definitely proud of you, man.
Man, proud of you too, bro.
Appreciate you coming out here, rocking with me, man.
Yes.
Fighting through this Houston traffic.
Yeah.
You know how it can get.
This the next biggest platform right here. So y'all seeing it firsthand. Remember I said it, man.
Hey,
This finna be one of them platforms. You want to get heard, you want to tell your story, this finna be one of them. It's gonna be one of them spots for you.
right, man. We want to dive deep, dig deep, and dive in and really see what makes people tick. I don't think people like to really, you know, go behind the go under the surface and really. People want to keep it surface level, but sometimes, or we're in a era now where it's like, man, let's just put it out there. Like, not on some Cat Williams, but shout out to Cat. But Nothing like that, man. I mean, if it happened, it happened, man. Get it off your heart. But that ain't really what it's about. It's just really about digging deep and really inspiring people. That's what this whole thing is about, is just inspiration and encouraging people to keep going and longevity. So that's why I wanted to ask you the questions and dig deep and show people, hey, man, you've been doing this. Like, we've been on this thing for a long time. So, again, bro, is there anything you want to let people know?
Man, like I said, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's Rap Economics. Follow us on Instagram, Rap 101 Economics. Rap Economics Official is the website. Be on the lookout for the songs, Rap Economics, all female cipher. We got a lot of projects coming, man. We're gonna just keep working. Man, shout out to all the platforms doing their thing. I said shout out Trill Talk, Boss Talk. Shout out to the homies, the Dirty Third podcast. Mike D, D Gotti, D-Rec, that's family too. You know what I'm saying? Real life street stars, the list goes on. Let's keep getting this money. Let's keep networking. Let's keep it going.
So be great, man. Be great. And till next time, man, stay tuned.